welcome back to my channel. You can tell by the title of this video, today is going to be a little hair video. I have not filmed a hair video or hair tutorial in ages. I have definitely not filmed one since my hair has been this like weird rusty orange color. As much as it's faded out from that like really vibrant red, I have really been loving this more rusty shade. I feel like it almost matches my complexion a little bit more than what the bright red did. And I've really been enjoying having my natural color coming through at the top, and it's just been a really different color. I don't know anybody else that has the same color as me. What I do want to review for you guys is a very exciting PR pack that I got a few weeks ago. We're on day 795,000 of this lockdown that I've completely lost track of everything. But the thing that I'm talking about is my hairdryer from Mycro Keratin. So Mycro Keratin have launched their own range of styling tools called the Myoko. You guys would have seen on my YouTube channel that I use the Myoko hair straightener they sent me a while ago. And obviously their latest product is this E7 edition Myoko professional hair dryer. This is what the dryer looks like. I do have a close-up photo on my Instagram. This is such a beautiful dryer. If you go onto their website, you'll see they have so many different shades of this dryer. This is the one that I got. I've tried this hair dryer out a few times. I'm going to put a little insert video in here. I've never used a high-end hairdryer before. I don't know why, but I've always just used drugstore hair dryers from when I was really young. I've never really invested in high-end hair dryers. I never saw the benefits. I always knew that I needed to use like an expensive hair straightener to get that kind of perfect hair result that I wanted, and also to not damage my hair. But I never really considered my hair dryer before until this guy. So I used this guy and I literally was able to dry my entire head. You guys will see my length is really long. My hair is almost 20 inches. Like, I've just really like loosely dried it today. It's really thick, and this literally dried my hair in like 7 minutes. I was so shook, I couldn't believe it. So if you guys are somebody who dries their hair every day, this is the perfect hair dryer for you. Not only does it have an incredible, basically like a Ferrari engine in here, it's super quiet, and it's so fast. Like, I can't believe how fast this dried my hair. I was super impressed with it. It's obviously got 3 little speed options, 3 heat options, and then it has this cool button here, which is actually a cooling function. So if you didn't know this, you should actually be blowing cool hair on all over your head after you finish styling it, because it does close the cuticle again. So I really love that function in it, and I must say, I'm not a hairdresser by any means, I'm not a hairstylist by any means, but the effectiveness of this and how quickly it dries my hair is super worth it. I just want to read through some of the claims that this hairdryer has. One of them is less frizz, less time, and a sleek finish. Everything when it comes to Mycro Keratin is all about sleek finishes, really smooth hair textures. My hair is a little bit frizzy at the moment because I haven't actually had a proper NK treatment in ages. That's literally the first thing I'm going to do after this whole lockdown. It has the latest technology. It's super durable, so this is a really good option if you are a hairdresser and you use your hairdryer every day. I know there's a few hairdressers that follow me. Professional, ergonomic, and a lightweight design. It is an extremely light hairdryer. I was really worried because it's a professional hairdryer that it would be really heavy, but it's super lightweight. So if you're on your feet blow drying all day, this is like the perfect weight for you. 30% less noise, which I 100% agree with. It is so quiet. It's the easiest hairdryer, as I say, I've used. So for salons, that's also a really good option, I know, to have less noise. It's got an extremely powerful AC motor. I obviously picked the color nude. So what it obviously comes with is 2 separate nozzles. So there's a bigger nozzle if you're wanting to blow dry longer hair, and then there is a slightly smaller nozzle. I prefer the smaller nozzle. So what I do with my hair when it's wet is I literally just loose dry it. and then I go in with my styler if I'm in a rush and I don't want to do like a full-on blowout. As I say, my hair is really long, so for me to do a full-on blowout takes ages. This does make it a little bit faster, but I still don't have like 20 minutes in the morning to blow wave my hair. So I do love the fact that it comes with these two different nozzles. And then obviously, guys, a big thing with salon hair dryers, which I never really realized what would be a big thing for me, and that is warranties. So this does come with a warranty. That's amazing, because I feel like if it dies in 6 months time, I can phone up the brand and they will replace it with a new one. So I think that is the difference with having a high-end hairdryer versus a lower-end hairdryer. As I say, this is a really, really good hairdryer. I never knew what I was missing out on high-end hairdryers until I started using one. So I feel like that's the biggest thing. I literally took my whole old hairdryer and threw it in the bin, because that's how much I love this. I had my old hairdryer for ages, and this is a really great hairdryer all in all. As I say, guys, I'm not a hairdresser, I'm not a hairstylist, so I would get some hairstylist reviews on this as well. However, from a consumer perspective, from my point of view, this has cut my drying time down hugely, and that is the most important thing for me. Another thing I really love about Mycro Keratin and Myoko products is that overall, every single one of their products has the exact same purpose, and that is to protect the actual hair and to protect the actual cuticle. I speak about this until I'm blue in the face. I have so many videos about this. I advocate it to people in person, I advocate it to people online, and that is, I 100% believe the health of my hair is due to Mycro Keratin products. I only wash and condition with Mycro Keratin products. The only other thing I use is little ellipse capsules, which I love to death as well, but that's almost like a topical treatment. But when it comes to looking after your hair, I have entrusted Mycro Keratin for the last 4 years, and when it comes to their styling tools, I have the same trust process. I know that whatever I put on my hair, whatever styling tools I'm going to use on my hair are ultimately there to protect my hair, because that's what this brand does. They do it so flipping well. Okay, so let's jump into the tutorial part of this video. So all I've done is I have washed and conditioned my hair. I have been using the Mycro Keratin shampoo and the Mycro Keratin conditioner. I also went in with a bit of a mask. I used up the last little bit of my Madame mask. I went in with my Madame serum as well, just over the ends of my hair, and then I went in with obviously my Myoko hairdryer. I literally just loose dried my hair, literally just like that. I did this last night and I have slept on this hair, so you can see that the hair is kind of it's got like a really like natural finish to it. This is my hair naturally dried. There's no like special agents or products or anything else that I've used besides the ones that I've just mentioned. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just section out my hair into 2 little parts. I'm going to leave quite a little, I'm going to put most of my hair up and leave like a little bit of hair at the bottom, which I'm going to start creating these curls with. This is a style that I've been doing quite a lot since I've had my hair this color and this cut. It is really, really overdue for a color and a cut, but hello, quarantine, what can we do about it? So I do have quite blunt layers, so I've quite enjoyed this style for the blunt layers because I feel like it just works the best, and I really have been enjoying the almost like 1950s styling, and like this 1950s looking S curl. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and I hope that you can learn something from it. Obviously, guys, to do this I'm using my Myoko hair straightener. Anybody who has got ready with me ever, all my friends, everyone in my life has absolutely adored this hair straightener. The thing that I really love about it is the heat goes really, really high. So it goes to 230 degrees. That is not the heat that you should be using on a daily basis though. You should only be using 180 degrees. So a lot of your higher end hair straighteners go past 180 degrees. If you're looking at your drugstore hair straighteners or your more affordable hair straighteners, they often don't get hot enough, which doesn't give you the result that you want. This is also a infrared hair hairstyler. So for those of you who don't know the difference, infrared basically just protects your hair a little bit more than a generic ceramic hair straightener. I've had this hair straightener for over a year now. It still looks absolutely brand new and I use it all the time. And obviously I'm in love with all the little rose gold detailing. So what you're going to do for this hair tutorial is you're going to section off your hair. My sections are not that tiny, but all you're going to do is you're literally going to clamp the hair down. You're going to twist the hair straightener around and you're going to pull it through your hair. And release it, and then obviously you have a perfect little curl. So the reason I like to use a hair straightener for this tutorial is because I feel like it does give me a slightly looser curl. You can see it's a really bouncy, pretty curl, but it isn't like one of those tight permed curls. And then all I do is move on to the next section. So it took me a few years to actually learn how to use a hair straightener to do curls, and what I realized was I was using the wrong type of hair straightener. So because this hair straightener has got like very rounded edges, it is really easy to curl, and obviously because of the heat being so high, it's much easier to create the curls. So again, I'm clamping at the roots, I'm twisting the hair straightener around, and you can see that I'm holding this piece of hair and I'm going down the main length of the hair. You guys can see that I'm actually doing it really slowly as well, and then you want to release it, and then you want to go over it and just like create like a curl with your finger almost, and then release it and you have a really pretty curl. So those are what the two curls look like so far. And all I'm going to do is carry on with the rest of my hair, and then we're going to change up the curl as I get closer to the root, or as we get closer to the top, and we're going to make those curls slightly tighter. Just remember guys that everyone's curl is going to look quite different based on the length of their hair. The shorter your hair is, the more curled it probably will become, and obviously the longer it is, the less curled it is. I like the fact that I only am getting curls right on the end of my hair, because if you're doing curls really high up, it does create a whole lot of volume, and not a lot of people want all that extra volume in their hair, especially if your hair is quite thick. So I'm just going to go ahead and curl the rest of it, pull a second layer down, and carry on doing the rest. As you guys can see, both these pieces are quite thick pieces. So what I do tend to do is I tend to section out these pieces and then just put the balance of the hair at the back, so it's a little bit easier. But I like to go from the front building backwards so that I can see the direction of the hair. And what I always do is grab the piece of hair, and when I start with the curl, I always start by going away from my face, just to make sure that I have that nice open look with all of my curls, and I keep the sections as small as I possibly can. Guys, quite an obvious thing, but the bigger your section is, the bigger your curl is going to be, and the looser your curls are going to be. So I like to do a variation. So this was quite a thick section, and this was quite a thick section, so the curls are quite big. And then you'll see that when I section out the top part, I make sure that the sections are a lot smaller, so that we've got all that beautiful volume happening at the bottom, and then we've got kind of some softer curls on the top. So you'll see what I mean when I get to the top. But because there's a lot of hair down here, I do like to use slightly thicker sections, and again you'll see that majority of that actual curl is happening from the mid-length to the end of the hair, because again, if we're going too far up, we're going to just get a lot of volume there, which is what we want to avoid. now that you've got these curls done, you'll see that obviously the curls at the bottom and this top is still quite flat. Okay, you'll see that I've taken out the top part of my hair, and you can see that there's still a lot of hair here. So what I'm just going to do is separate into 2 different sections so that I have a middle part. Don't worry about it, your part not being perfect, you can fix it at the end. I'm literally just going to drop this hair, and I'm going to kind of see how it falls with the rest of my hair. I'm then going to start picking up the pieces that have not yet been curled, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with curling away from my face, starting from the front and working my way back. The key thing is here, guys, is to actually take your straightener and go from the top, and you want to make sure you're clamping and then pulling away from your face like this. Create that curl. I know that that's a very tight curl for around the face, but don't worry, we will actually comb it out later and it won't look so tight. Am I the only one who's having serious nail struggles at the moment? You can see my nails are so grown out, and obviously the day that I decide to film a hair tutorial, I lose a little pinky nail. So I'm really sorry about this little naked nail in all these videos. It looks so gross. So I just take that hairspray and I spray it all over my hair and I wait for it to dry. It does get a little bit hard, which is okay, don't stress too much about it. And then what I like to do is take my Mycro Keratin serum. This is the liquid gold intensive smoothing serum and repair oil. I did apply this on my hair already, but I like to do it at this stage. I literally apply such a small amount to my hair because I like to give my hair a little bit of a shine and almost put like a bit of moisture back into the hair once I've stripped it with those heating products. I always take it from the bottom and I like to crunch the curl up, because if I'm pulling through the curls too much, it does often tend to pull the curl out, which I want to try and avoid. I then also like to create a little bit of volume on the roots with this smoothing product. My final step is something I started doing not that long ago, and it really has changed the way that my curls look and the way that it makes my hair look more like it's just been blow wave rather than I've put curls in, is by taking my brush. So I'm just using my Mycro Keratin Myoko brush, and I literally brush through the curl like that, and it almost creates like a softer look to it. It doesn't have this like separated curl look. And this is what really gives me that like blow waved look in my hair. I also find that after I've brushed it, it looks a lot healthier and less kind of separated. And then I just kind of run my fingers through my hair again. That is the completed look. So this is pretty much what I do whenever I style my hair and I want a little bit more volume. I have been loving dead straight hair as well, so then I'd obviously just take my hair straightener through it and make a dead straight. But this I feel like is a really good look for when you're going out. It's good for the week. I find that if I do this style, it lasts in my hair for at least 4 or 5 days. If you watched one of my previous videos or you watched other videos, you guys know that I only wash my hair once a week. So I like styles that really do give my hair like longevity and last really long, and this is one of those styles. I also feel like if I throw it up, it looks really nice. I am going to film another tutorial now where I am copying a look from All Things Hair, and I'm just going to throw it up in like a half up down bun, so look out on my social media for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I say, I really do hands down think that my hair is the way it is because of all my Mycro Keratin products. obviously the shampoo, the conditioner, the styling agents, and all the styling tools. So I really think it's worth the investment. And thank you so much for tuning into this video. I will see you guys soon.